Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon for July 14th, 2017. With your host, Beastbreaker2448 and Rampant Epsilon.
I
get the fun of spouting Rider-related nonsense at the end of the show when people are going to think I sound crazy. That or I'm describing the next Mega Man X game.
both.
Probably a little both. But we got some other news too, including something relevant for tomorrow for you, since you get to play it. Me, not so much.
Since you don't get to play it.
Yep. But yeah, before we get into all sorts of random news this week, including a last article that made me go, the fuck? Literally that last article we have, I'm just like, the hell? What? All right, just shrug my shoulders. What have you been playing this week, Tommy?
Well, been fighting with Breath of the Wild. And by
Been
fighting, I mean me being stupid. I have, I guess you can say, beat the main story on Moon. Like,
where'd you?
I mean, technically you still got a story after you beat the Elite Four, but I mean, I guess either way, I beat the Elite Four, and I'm on the second part of the game. Is how I'm kind of looking at it.
Well, the only really major thing post game is the Ultra Beast quest. And that's kind of it. I mean, there's the battle tree for those of you insane enough to fucking grind through that nonsense for Megastones. Because that's the only reason to go through the battle trees, Megastones. And they are all fucking expensive, by the way. All of them. I think they're 32 a pop. But you only get 1 point per battle.
Ease.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm like, I want the Megastones. And then I go, all right, I have to grind through this nonsense that just is not fun. It's not. Because the battle tree is just a series of consecutive battles with a limitation on your number of Pokemon, which also means you can't use legendaries. So, yeah, have fun picking your team that will survive through so many encounters. And, oh, yeah, you remember when, like, Red and Blue were confirmed to be in the game? And, like, Cynthia? Yeah, that's where they are. They're, like, it's either one of those two on your 10th and 20th consecutive battles, and you get something for beating them. So, yeah. But you gotta make it to that 10th consecutive battle and beat them. Not easy. I've only made it to, like, the 4th one. Because, yeah, the teams like to use a lot of shit that make you waste your time, like confusion and other status ailments. Hard. And you can't use items, by the way. So, hope you can fight through them or, like, have ways of getting rid of that. But yeah, the Ultra Beast is the next big part for you. And, well, you're going to get trade fodder because you'll get multiples of certain Ultra Beasts. And, like, enough that you can trade for copies of the others from the other game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, you get copies of the, like, your game's exclusive ones. That way you can trade with other people to be like, I want the Sun exclusive ones. So, here's the Moon exclusive ones. And their cat trade is the exact same as a Pidgey with an Ultra Ball. Or not Ultra Ball, the Beast Balls, whatever they're called. Yeah, the catch rate of a Pidgey. A Pidgey. You ain't got to try very hard to catch them.
No, not at all.
Like, I didn't really want to test my luck with Necrozma, but he might be harder to catch, but I tossed a master ball in his face and said, get in the ball, and he got in the ball. And then he got put right the fuck in a box because I had no more use for him.
So you told him to get in a ball and then get in a box.
Yep. You can go Zagrate cell hunting and pick up Zagrate 100% for him. Granted, you have to pretty much use an online checklist for that. And also remember where you've picked ones up.
Yeah, I was going to say, and remember the ones that you've already picked up.
Yeah, that's not fun. Luckily, everything's fairly well documented on those, so it won't be too bad. I'm high up there, and there's a great cell count, but I haven't gone back and finished and polished it off, mainly because I already have a Zagrade. So this is just if I want a Zagrade that can go 100% or like 50%. Or no, 10%. The normal Zagrade form you've always seen is 50%. They retcon that in. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, out of curiosity, how much money do you have on you?
Oh, basically enough to where anytime I need to buy stuff, I've got more than enough and don't have to worry about it kind of deal.
Oh, is it in the millions?
I don't think it's up all that far, but it's up high enough to where I just don't care anymore.
Oh, I was about to say, you're going to get $1 million at the end of the Ultra Beast quest. When you catch the Krozma, cha-ching, you get $1 million. You literally $1 million Poke Dollars. It's just like, why do I need $1 million Poke Dollars at this point in the game? like I seriously do not need money in Pokemon Sun at this point, especially since if you fight the Elite Four, you keep getting like what 20k off them, 10k. I forgot how much you get off them, especially on refights, but you get a lot off of them. So times that by 4. That's how much I get per run, and I don't lose that much losing to the champion. So, yeah, I might have like doubled that million by now because of all the grinding I had to do. Still have to do if I want to complete the national decks in a completely separate app because it's too hard to have the fucking national decks in the fucking actual game for quick reference. Ugh.
Yep.
Like, I'm okay with there being a National Dex feature in Pokemon Bank. What I want is a quick reference to the goddamn National Dex in the goddamn game so I don't have to boot up another goddamn app on my 3DS that I have to close out of Pokemon Sun to go there to check shit. Like, I just want to go, all right, what do I need to train now? Or what do I need to breed now? This stuff, okay. If I gotta best out Excel sheet on my own for this, no. Thank you for reminding me that Kingdom Hearts 3 info is coming tomorrow at D23. Let's hope it's good. No, there's no release date. What else have you been playing?
That's really kind of been it.
Well, I haven't got to play much. I did get to play the brand new Game Plus mode on Chroma Squad. I'm not sure what it is, but like it feels like the damage balance has been horribly skewed with. It feels like we're throwing a whole lot of damage at each other, and both sides don't have a lot of health to play with. Bear in mind, I only played the first episode. Or the first map for Chroma Squad. And yeah. Good news is I can like get higher gear tiers now because I keep all my gear and stuff. Bad news is I had to refight the final boss 3 times. First time, Power went out in the middle of the run, so oops. Second time, Steam crashed in the middle of the run because I didn't reset Steam after the power went out and came back on.
Oops.
Third time, I hit a bug that caused the game to soft lock. So I had to fight the final boss 4 goddamn times. And bear in mind, this is a 3-phase boss encounter. 3-phase boss encounter plus a Megazord fight, which the Megazord fight is a joke because it's not an actual fight. It's pretty much like just keep going until you get damaged, until you drop to 0, and then get the super world bonus and then beat the shit out of the boss because you're done. You are literally done. So, yeah, it was not fun. Especially when the third phase of the boss likes to teleport back and forth between his higher platform and lower platform, and it's a little tricky to, like, throw one of your teammates off the ledge or up onto the ledge. In order to, as I found out, the Red Ranger has an ability to essentially go, hey, everybody, get your fucking asses around me, and literally gets to free move everybody to him. Like, I didn't, like, as soon as I saw that ability and got to use it, that is the most broken ability in the game now. That is literally the most broken ability. Because it's like, oh, I shoot the Red Ranger really far away. Now I call everybody over. Now everybody gets a free, like, large distance move. And now they can all attack and move of their own accord. It is ridiculous. There's no cost for it at all. I forget what the trade-off ability is, but I'm like, this is so much better. Literally so much better. It might have been the threat pull, I think. Yeah, it's the threat pull. And I'm just like, let's see. The ability to literally move everybody where I want them by using just the Red Ranger and anyone else, or pull, just make everybody attack the Red Ranger. Yeah, I want that free movement. That free reposition, yeah, that's really good. But I might hop into that a little bit more, like, some point. Because it's a new game. It's a new game plus and a new game plus mode. So essentially, you can go through all 3 endings of the game now, and like keep all your stuff. So yay, replayability. Hopefully, the damage is a bit more balanced. Because I'm only still on the 2nd difficulty. I'm not any higher in difficulty for this to be happening. Still continuing my Max S All S Link Persona 5 run. I'm past the pyramids. I am on to shit. The Robot Factory. Just got done getting to the treasure there. So I'm pretty much just taking care of a whole bunch of S-Link stuff until the guy tells me, hey, go to the dungeon now and go beat the boss. Because that's essentially where I'm at. You and me both played Sonic Generations first stream last Saturday.
Yeah.
Was it last? Yeah. Good to know even Sonic Generations, for as good as it is, kind of has some bullshit in it, to be honest. I don't like it when a Sonic game demands me to know what's going to happen, even though this is literally the first time I'm playing the game. I don't like that. I also don't like the game doing everything it can to slow me down when a Sonic game should be about going fast.
Gotta go somewhat fast.
Yeah. Although I somehow had less of a hard time on the final boss than you did, because rings were just not happening for you.
I swear that's RNG. Like, it has to be, because that last time that I did it, that was the most rings I had gotten out of any of the times I had done that final boss fight. Like, I have a funny feeling that was just boiling down to pure RNG. And that kind of aggravates me.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason I finished before you was you were having all the problems in the world with Double Eggman. Granted, I had all the problems in the world on the second, the second to last boss. I forget what he's called.
Egg Dragoon.
Yeah, Egg Dragoon.
I don't blame you. I had so many problems the first time because I didn't understand when you could hit him. That's not very clear.
Yeah. And sometimes you can hit him, but the game won't take it. I think literally there's several times where I am supposed to be hitting him and it didn't take. And it annoys the fuck out of me. But otherwise, I like Sonic Generations. I had fun with it. And that's another game off the backlog. Well, the first game off the backlog. I'm waiting for Valkyria Chronicles 1 to pop up on there. And I'm like, well, how much do people want to watch me struggle on these final 2 maps? And also see me go, yeah, here's the setup for the final boss. You know what I actually do here? None of what you think I'm supposed to do. Trust me on this. Because you know what I really need on this map? A couple good snipers, some lancers, and my tanks to be way the fuck out of this fight. Because trust me, they need to not be doing anything important. Yeah, I'm just waiting for that to come up on Cookie, and I'm just like, well, let's see. Y'all get to see how fun that last boss fight is and how kind of shitty it is. Because that last boss fight for Valkyria Chronicles is kind of garbage. I did get to watch the 4, mind you, episode Castlevania anime that we got on Netflix right now. It doesn't even cover a third of the game, kind of. Look, there's a playable character in there that doesn't exist in the anime, and the show has a fairly good episode 1 that lets you go, all right, why is Dracula killing everybody? Oh, they went and burned his wife at the stake because they thought she was a witch, but she's just a doctor with some good medicine. Oh. Well, that would cause anybody to go a little crazy and summon an army of demons to go kill everyone. Welp. And then from there, episodes 2, 3, and 4 follow Trevor Belmont and his I don't really give a damn about anything going on here. I just want to drink and a lot and just not do anything, but fuck it. I guess I'm in too deep now. I didn't really care for it. Granted, I'm not a Castlevania fan, and I've heard that this is really more for Castlevania fans than it is for non-Castlevania fans, so make of that what you will. Still, I didn't really care for it. It was a thing that I watched for 2 hours, mind you, because it's only like 20-minute episodes. So it's about 2 hours altogether. And yeah, that's it. I don't really recommend it. But I will say it's one of the better video game adaptations that we've gotten stateside. Because we've gotten far, far worse than this. This is kind of bland, but you know what? I'll take bland over absolute garbage any day. I'm alright with that. So, ready to talk articles?
I guess so.
Alright. We're going to start with the Splatoon 2 Direct from last week that told us a lot of stuff we kind of already knew about the game. There wasn't really anything new here, to be honest.
Well, the Nintendo Online app.
Ah, yes, that confusing app.
Yes, that requires you to have a weird Y splitter if you want to have a headset for chat and game audio.
Isn't that a third-party thing anyway?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, just gonna go down the bullet point list we have here, just to cover it. We have custom style, which pretty much means more customization for your Inkling. You can customize hair color and eye color, and that hair color is not going to matter when you're actually playing the game because you're colored to your character. So, and there's no solo gameplay to where it would matter like it is in all the Halo games, because you can customize your color in a Halo game. It ain't gonna matter when you go in the multiplayer because that gets overridden.
But there is single player for Splatoon 2, so I mean,
yeah,
I'm sure that's where that gets implemented instead of just random colors.
Yep. You also get different hairstyles too.
Yep.
Both male and female, which is a nice touch.
And you can change everything, including the gender, whenever you want, kind of deal.
Yay!
Because they implemented that in the Splatfest demo.
Nice. So if you're not happy with your choices, you can change them on the fly. Or if you want to change up your hair in accordance to your attire, that's cool too. The Galleria is pretty much just going to be where all our shops are located, and they're split up the exact same as kind of exactly how they've been before.
Exactly how they've been.
We've got a couple new shopkeepers. I believe Brisk is a new shopkeeper. I want to say Brisk is new. I swear there's a couple new shopkeepers in here, and one of the shopkeepers that's been replaced is now running the food stand. Unfortunately, none of the names are coming to mind from Splatoon 1.
Yeah. Like, out of all the shopkeepers, Sheldon's the only one that ever got love.
Well, it's because he's the only person that sold me the most important things. It's like, hey, the things you actually shoot people with, Sheldon. Got a little bit of talk about gear. I think we're getting a couple new abilities that get mentioned here.
There is some new abilities.
Yeah. I think this mainly covers the fact that, hey, let's see, we're talking to Merch, a sea urchin here, to do all of the different ability customization that you got to do for gear in the last game. But here, instead of those gear choices being random, you actually get to pick them, but they're different prices, which is what it should have been to start with. So now you can get the gear you want with the abilities you want, which makes playing the game easier.
Or at least more like most games.
Yeah. At least more efficient in the time you put in the game. Because now you can work on the gear you want with the abilities you want. You can change the sensitivity on the console of TV and handheld modes differently. You can post drawings directly to social media. They kept the Meaver stuff of the drawings, but now it's just a thing in the game. I also believe Monty or Omni, Omni from Smashified has a tutorial up of how to make your drawings look better in Photoshop, because they're de-resed a bit. They're not as high a resolution in the game as they could be. So a little lower in Photoshop, you can make them look a lot better. Also, he noted, why is there no tablet pin for the Switch? That'd be a nice thing to have.
Because if you have any kind of a stylus that you use for a smartphone that works on the Switch, it's the same kind of screen.
Oh, so I could literally pull out the stylus from a 3DS and it will work?
That one, no.
Oh.
3DS screen is different.
Okay.
The 3DS screen and the Wii U screens are both pressure sensitive, whereas the Switch's screen is heat sensitive like a smartphone.
Oh, so I can use that pin I got from the Murfreesboro Electric Company that has that rubber end on it that works on my smartphone. I can work on the Switch. Oh, that's good to know. Won't be the easiest to draw with or do stuff with, but that's cool.
Still better than a finger.
Yep. You can use Splatoon series Amiibo figures to save control settings, gear, and weapon loadouts, and nicknames to any Splatoon Amiibo figure. So you can essentially save your character and take it on the go with you. If you want to just like play with somebody else's Switch, it's like, boop, now I got my character and their entire loadout.
Yeah, because I was going to say, otherwise that's kind of pointless.
Yeah. You do also have exclusive gear that you can get, but once more, it wasn't really shown off what gear you're getting, just teased. So not, again, we don't really know if we're getting the same gear with the new Splatoon set or different gear, or if there's different gear per all, like, 8 different amiibo in Splatoon. 8 unique amiibo in Splatoon. Even then, that comes a question of, like, what do the Squid Sisters do, since the original functionality was just to give you the Splatfest settings. That was it. Talked about Turf War for a bit, which nothing spectacularly new outside of showing off a few of the new maps. Rank battles. Just talking about how rank battles work.
Which are still the same.
Yep. We have league battles now, which allow you to team up with friends and fight alongside them for, I believe, multiple hours? Or is that a different mode? Yeah, no, that's league battles. Essentially, you can play for like 2 hours across several different rank modes, and you get rank ups from there. Salmon Run, the horde mode of the game, got talked about more, showing off a couple of different bosses and major enemies we'd be fighting. Did mention that exclusive gear can only be gotten in Salmon Run. So there is a reason to play Salmon Run besides just wanting to play Salmon Run. You do get gear from it. It might only be shirts and stuff, but it's still gear. A little bit more talk on the single player, but nothing too much more. Talk about the ways to play it: TV mode, handheld mode, tablet phone, or tabletop mode. Showing off some of the new weapons. We got the Clash Blaster, the Flings a Roller, the Goo Tuber, and the Dabble Dualies are some of the new mains we're getting. The Flinga Roller, I believe, can go up and down. Are going to be flung like up and down instead of just side to side, I believe. Does that make sense?
So, like the ink brushes.
No, it more like when you're coming down for the slam attack, instead of the roller being sideways, it will be up and down. It'll be vertical. So it's like less area to hit someone, but yet more ink down a line. Got to talk on some sub weapons. We got an auto bomb, which will find an enemy automatically and blow them up. Toxic mist, which is essentially a mist of toxin. I was about to say there is ink armor as well. That's new. You can cover yourself and your teammates in ink armor, which essentially gives you invulnerability for a certain amount of time, I believe. That or extra defense for a long enough time. I don't remember which one it is. It might just be straight up invulnerability. See, we got Tentamissiles, Inkjet, the Stingray, and the Baller. Oh yeah, the Baller is essentially a hamster ball that you roll around in, and it blows up at the end of its time. We are going to get post-launch updates, including new weapons, such as the umbrella-shaped Umbrella, which is essentially, it's an umbrella gun, which means you can pop it open and essentially walk with a shield. And you also shoot that shield forward.
Hmm.
I think it draws a line of ink as well when it shoots forward. So it's kind of this neat offensive defensive weapon. I like the idea of it. Talk of the Nintendo Switch Online app, which I guess will be a hub app for all of Nintendo's online games now, since they have this main app that the Splatoon 2 lobbies and information about what rank battles are going on and what maps and modes are going to be going on is a sub part of it, along with the voice chat. So, yay. Another app to add to your phone and more nonsense to go through that should just be in the game normally.
Yeah, but I mean, Nintendo has to make 1 step forward and 2 steps back.
2 steps really far back. Because this is still a dumb idea. And finally, we have Splatfest, which we get essentially a demo Splatfest tomorrow from 3 to 7 p.m. Pacific, which is 5 to 9 Eastern. Is that right? No, 6 to 10 Eastern. My bad. That'd be 5 to 10 or 5 to 9 Central. 6 to 10 Eastern. But yeah, if you are interested in seeing what changes have come from Splatoon 1 to Splatoon 2, or if you're just checking out Splatoon for the first time with a Switch, this is the perfect opportunity to do so, because this gives you an idea of how the big events in Splatoon are going to be every couple of months or so. And it's Cake v Ice Cream with our replacements for the Squid Sisters. Shit, their names are not here. The one thing I would kind of need is their names, and they're not here. One moment. Because one of them is an Octoling, and that's probably worth noting.
Yep.
I do believe everyone is freaking out about the Octoling one. I think everyone's already fallen in love with her. Shit. Marina and Pearl. Please tell me that we have pictures attached to them, because I don't want to fuck up who's who. That's not going to happen, is it? I might as well just fire up the video and just skip to the part where they show up, because their names are there. Yes, Pearl is the Squidling and Marina is the Octoling. And Marina is also the DJ, while Pearl is the singer with a crown, I guess. Essentially, they're a replacement for the Squid Sisters when it comes to the Splatfest and stuff, so I believe Pearl is Team Cake, Marina is Team Ice Cream.
Yep.
Do I have that? Okay, good. I don't have that backwards. Fantastic. So yeah, Splatoon 2 is shaping up to be really good, and it comes out next week. And so do the Smash Amiibo, which, by the way, still don't have a Amazon pre-order on them. Week away. Still can't pre-order them on Amazon, which is the only way to get a female Corrin. God damn it. Why does Nintendo let Amazon have an exclusive amiibo these days?
I don't know.
But yeah, I assume you're excited for Splatoon 2 since you are actually going to be able to play it in a week.
Yep. I'm just hoping that what they bring to it's not just gonna make it feel like DLC for Splatoon, and it's actually gonna feel like its own thing.
I would think with all the gameplay improvements that will go a long way in helping.
Like, I feel like the biggest issues are gonna be, did they actually flesh out the story like they needed to? Or are we gonna have a similar case with Splatoon where there was a decent story, but it just wasn't fleshed out enough?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, how long is Salmon Run gonna actually sustain too? Because that's gonna be the next turning point kind of deal. Like the multiplayer on its own, I think they're perfectly fine with keeping what worked in Splatoon 1. There is no sense in trying to fix that. The thing is the rest of the stuff going to make it feel like a DLC, or is it going to make it feel like its own thing?
I'm hopeful. I would think a Salmon Run should be good. Granted, it's another horde mode style multiplayer game, which those aren't uncommon to have with shooters these days. Like, I think only really like Halo and Battlefield, those major FPS shooters never got a horde mode like this. Wait, no, never mind. Halo had one.
Yeah.
No, Halo's got a firefight. That's a horde mode. So, but I don't think Battlefield ever got a horde mode, but Call of Duty has its zombies mode. I'm trying to think. But Gears of War. You know, the inventor of the goddamn horde mode to begin with. What the hell am I? Why the hell did I not think of that? Jesus. Oh my god.
Gears of War, the game that actually has a horde mode.
That's where the damn name comes from. I don't think... Did they invent this game type, or did it come from World at War first? Because those are the earliest examples I can think of.
That's a good question. I think they were both right there at the same kind of time frame, so I don't know. I'm wanting to say World at War was what started it, but I can't swear to that.
Yeah, I don't know either. Of course, they were both fairly minimal compared to what we have these days with horde modes. Like, World at War is one map and nothing really special about that map. And I think at least Gears of War with its horde mode, you had at least multiple maps when it first came out.
I'm wanting to say, wasn't it compatible with like most of the multiplayer maps?
I think it was. That, or it had a couple dedicated maps to it. So I'm hopeful if it's got good boss variety or good enemy variety and is challenging and fair, which is the most important part, considering the people who were demoing it at E3 these past like couple months ago were being absolutely thrashed by it, and they were the developers. I'm not sure.
Okay, now I don't really consider that, because half the time I wonder if when we see the quote-unquote developers playing the game,
Mm-hmm.
if it ain't a case of it's the people that had nothing to do with actually programming it.
Well, it was also on like the second or third hardest difficulty of the game, and they were getting pretty thrashed by it. So I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
but I
oh
mean,
boy, we're in for a fun time on that.
someone that might have been on like the design aspect of it wouldn't know how the programming ticks. And even if they were one of the programmers, chances are they didn't completely playtest everything, so there could be something they didn't even know in it.
True.
So I kind of don't really consider the developers as a viable, okay, they're sucking, this game's going to be hard kind of deal.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, we've seen it even countless times where the developers just get owned at it, and then someone will walk up to it and just go ham on it, and it's like, okay, so yeah, they sucked. Got it.
I am curious if, like, the whole amiibo situation with it, what amiibo gives what, since they keep not detailing that, even like 2 weeks out from the game's release. Like, I would think you would want to sell that. Is it coming as a 3-pack or 3 singles?
I think this one's 3 singles and
Okay.
3-pack. I'm wanting to say they did both on that.
Yeah. I know if you're in Europe, you get the Breath of the Wild Champion 4-pack now with different box art that lines up with the characters' positions. I found that hilarious when I saw that. I was like, oh, look, that complaint we talked about on the show. Literally, Europe went and fixed it with completely new art, mind you. It's not just that the DLC art rearranged.
Why not just rearrange the champions?
I don't know. But there's your box art variant for those chasing after that with Amiibo.
Wow.
Now you gotta go buy the Japan one and the European one, and if it comes stateside, it might get a third one. Who fuck knows?
I can say this. Remember the Amiibo box that the different Amiibos would spawn in on in the Splatoon?
Yeah.
It is in the demo for the Splatfest. It's not functional, but it's there.
Yeah, I know I saw it in the trailer, so it's still the same way.
It's not functional. The entrance for the story mode and the entrance for Salmon Run are not accessible.
Is the food cart accessible?
Everything else is accessible.
Okay. For those wondering what the food cart is essentially like a place to go spend your money to get like an EXP boost or like a point boost to essentially get level up your stuff faster.
Now,
I believe is the main point of it.
Yeah. Now, granted, the food cart you can't do anything with because you don't have tickets. The shops, because you're level 1, you can't even look at the other stuff. So basically, it is completely locked down to just the lobby area there.
Well, at least you get to see what the lobby looks like. Although or do we still have the match queue mini games?
It looks like that's a yes. They might be changed.
I know that there's a mini game, I think elsewhere.
Yeah, it's what I'm assuming is beside the Salmon Run entrance. Like, that's the only spot that I can think of it being.
Yeah.
So either that's an arcade or that's the Salmon Run entrance. And there's like little kiosks outside, but you can't interact with them.
Yeah, as I'm gonna say this right now. If they take out match queue mini games, that is a point down for me because that is the best fucking thing in the world.
But you can't play them on the gamepad while you're waiting on the screen to get you in a match.
True.
That's kind of why the map became a dedicated button.
They still need to do something. Like, that was such a brilliant idea. It's like, well, what are the players doing while they're queuing up? Nothing. Well, let's give them something to do. Let's give them this little mini game to do. Actually, let's give them several mini games to play, mind you. I never got all of them. I only ever played the one.
I think I got 2 of them, and that was it.
Yeah. Like, that's the best idea in the world, and then, like, if they take that out, that's gonna suck.
The only thing that I have to question with that is I wonder if that might have took away some of the development time for like fleshing out the story or something.
Something that simple, I would think not, but
because so far they're pushing the story, they're pushing Salmon Run pretty hard. It's one of those, they know the multiplayer is going to be fine. If I had to guess, the amiibo functionality is going to be similar to the first one.
Yeah.
And that's more simply because it seems funny. We can access the amiibo in the Splatfest demo to save our outfit. But we cannot access the box to actually see what the amiibo we're going to do. So the only thing I can think of is maybe that's tied with the story mode.
That's possible.
Like, I feel like it's either that or it's tied with Salmon Run, but I can't think of how they would do that successfully. So,
yeah, because I think you only go in there with... No, you go in there with specific gear and weapons.
Yeah, it's custom gear and weapons.
Yeah, so you can't even take your normal gear and weapons in the Salmon Run.
You might can weapons, but gear, no.
Yeah.
Because now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think they specifically said that the weapons were unique. But the gear was. But yeah, it's like... That's the only thing that I'm wondering. And I think Splatoon 2 will show. Because depending on how they do certain things like the mini games and the story mode, that might show why certain things weren't as developed in Splatoon. But all I can say is one more week.
Yep. One more week and then we find out for certain. I will say, there's one thing I'm disappointed about the Splatoon amiibo. I can't say we have a Sentai team of Splatoon amiibo. We don't have a red.
Red's overrated.
And we have repeating colors too, so it doesn't quite work.
What you do is you get one of them, you paint them red. Except for that won't work because there's never been a red in Splatoon now that I'm thinking about it.
There's not a red. I literally looked into Splatoon colors. There is not a red.
The closest thing we have is the bright pink.
Orange, technically, would count.
Yeah, but hasn't orange also been used as a color? For Sentai? Flash Rangers?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're kind of sitting on both of those colors have been used.
Okay, there's a red orange and a yellow orange that I'm seeing. I'm not sure what that red orange looks like. Because this wiki does not give me proper looks at the colors.
I don't think that's right. I think that red-orange one's supposed to be that hot pink. You know, one half of the Starburst colors.
Yeah.
Because, oh my god, every
Alright,
time that will happen.
Here's the one I've seen before. We've got pink green, pink turquoise, pink orange, orange blue, green purple, turquoise orange, light blue yellow, blue orange, and blue lime. And then a whole bunch of neutral colors. And those were all the ones we've gotten in ranked battles, or in regular battles. Ranked battles, we've gotten yellow lilac, light green blue, green magenta, lumigreen purple, soda purple, green orange, and dark blue yellow. Yeah, I am not seeing a...
Platoon 2 needs to implement red.
No, we've gotten a red. It's in the Splatfest. Kind of.
That don't count.
Even there, it's kind of this really off red that I'm seeing. Used for Pokemon Red, Go All Out, Barbarian, Naughty, and Mushroom. I think it's all the same color, or at least slight shades of it.
You know what I just thought about?
What?
I bet I know why red wasn't.
Because it would look like blood?
Nope.
Oh.
Well, that might be Nintendo's logic behind it, but nope. Because it would happen where you would have red versus blue.
Damn. Well. Well, that's one part of the reason we've not gotten this idea. The second would be we don't have a proper Sixth Ranger. Like, one of the two sisters would work, but I would think an Octoling would work as a Sixth Ranger. Especially since we now have an actual, like, good Octoling that's named. Personally, I would think that's how it would go, because that's usually how some Sixth Ranger arcs go. Just point it out there.
True.
Well, let's move on then to Night Trap. Never thought I'd be talking about this again.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, we are getting a brand new mode for those who are picking up the Night Trap 25th Anniversary Edition whenever it comes out. You get Survivor mode, which essentially has you setting off all the traps on the goons as quickly as possible, swapping between cameras as quick as possible. Essentially, it's the game without all of the 70s B-movie horror nonsense. That's literally it. I love how an article put this out as the controversial Night Trap, and I'm like, back your fucking ass up. This game, the only reason this game has ever been controversial is because it got brought up in the fucking Senate hearings that made the ESRB happen. Guess what? This game is not in any way, shape, or form controversial. It is a goddamn 70s B horror movie turned into a video game. That's literally what this game is. It is not bad in any real way. I don't think it's even that gory.
Well, you have to watch how you use the word bad.
Okay. This might be bad because it is a B horror movie and it is going to be a bit schlocky. But I mean it that way. Like, look, Night Trap is not this uber gore-filled game. No. It's about as gory as that Friday the 13th game that's out right now. That is literally how gory it is. Have you seen that game?
Nope.
Oh. Yeah, it's about as gory as that. And that game only really gets gory with the Jason kills. Otherwise, it's a whole lot of nothing. That's what Night Trap is. Look, this game's not controversial. It's not. It's historical, yes, because it's a part of history of the industry, but it's not really controversial at all. Like, it's an FMV game. That's about one of the most noteworthy things on its own that there is it's one of a dozen FMV games that came out at the time.
And it's one of a dozen FMV games that were meh.
Yeah, this would be forgotten in history if it didn't get caught up in the ESR, in the whole Senate hearing situation. That, bear in mind, Mortal Kombat got mentioned in the same breath as this game, which is why people remember it, because, you know, Mortal Kombat's one of those very noteworthy fighting games. This is your standard FMV game. Like, the whole, like, gameplay of you swapping between cameras and setting off traps, that's it. That's the game. That's all there is. There is nothing more to play with this game. And this came out on the Sega... Sega, one of the Sega consoles was when it first came out. I don't remember which one it was. I want to say Genesis, but I don't think it's the Genesis. So yeah, I am curious in the fact of this game coming out because it is one of those games that only if you look into the history of the industry do you even know that this game is a thing. Before we had this conversation of the 25th anniversary edition of this game, and I want to see a whole bunch of people I follow play this game because it will be one of the hot things that you have to stream on, play on your YouTube and Twitch channels. And oh boy, I can't wait to see them just go, what the fuck is this? What am I playing? And I'm like, you are playing B-movie horror schlock that got turned into a game and that got pulled into a Senate hearing because vampires and blood and sun. I can't wait. It's going to be a fun day to be a Twitch viewer. And I'm sure nothing's going to be updated. Well, shall we talk about Fire Emblem Warriors for a second? Because we got a little bit of new information for Warriors.
I guess so.
Well, I'm not going to say I called it, but the thing you probably could have guessed was going to happen in terms of who was going to come from the Awakening crew happened for the most part, plus some extras. A recent trailer confirmed, hey, you in fact are going to get to play as male Robin in Lucina, aka not Marth. She's the one with the mask up top. She calls herself Marth in the game for a while before she reveals, hey, I'm Lucina. I'm your daughter, Crom. I'm also the daughter of whoever you paired up with by the time I reveal my identity to you. So it might be some random villager chick that you never see in the game. Or it might be one of his other potential partners. Who knows? Don't worry, the mask hides the eye color, which is, I think, the only thing that changes on our model, depending on who you pair up Crom with the most. But you're also going to get Lissa, who is your main healer for the game, and Frederick, who is your main knight for the game, and also Titania from... She also takes the role of Titania from Path of Radiance. So she's like a class up and stronger than everyone else in the game at that point. Also love how the article has male version of Robin, boo. Followed by Lissa, Frederick, and greatest girl Lucina. Good to see where our priorities are. But yeah, interestingly, Lissa's wielding an axe, which is accurate with her class promotion, or one of her potential class promotions, because one of her potential class promotions, or default ones, did give her an axe. So you get this little small girl with this big, like, wired skirt wielding a big ass axe about twice her size. And she can also heal. So that should be a fun character to play. But yeah, this makes me once more wonder, like, does Intelligent Systems have stats on who all played male and female Robin and male and female Goran? Because I want to know if that decided which of the two got put in this game. Because Heroes has both genders for both characters. And they are both featured equally prominently. Or equally, I believe. So... yeah, are you excited to potentially play Fire Emblem Warriors? Since you played a lot of Hyrule Warriors?
Possibly.
Ready to join the rest of us in playing in the Fire Emblem game? And being very mad for the entire time you play the game. Which, by the way, if Radiant Dawn comes up on the backloggery, that's what the stream's going to be like the whole time. Is me silently thinking of moves, doing them, and then going, shit, I fucked up, and then having to redo the map all over again. Because, you know, we're still in part 1 of the game where I'm stuck with shit units for the whole time. You know, I'm not going to feel bad when I get the Black Knight in part 1. I'm just be like, you know what? If I fail it enough times, I'm literally going to send the Black Knight through here and have him rip the fucking part everyone on this damn map because no one can kill him, and he will kill everyone in his way. But otherwise, I'm happy and excited for this. Apparently, we're only going to get 1 weapon class per character, but they might be able to class change and get different weapons, maybe? At the very least, I think they'll get different weapons they can choose from, which will be nice and neat. I'm just kind of sad that it will be stuck with just, like, Mart's Era, Awakening, and Fates. And if we're going to get other characters, it's going to have to, or get characters from outside those 3 eras, it's going to have to come from DLC. That's the only part I'm sad about. So that I don't get my boy Ike or anyone else from the Radiance crew. Because I'm like, okay, if you're going to have Lissa be an actual character, how about you get Mist in here, give her Valkyrie class, and have her tear shit up? Because you could probably use another horseback character to make it. Because we're at 2 now. Because Frederick's on horseback and Xander's on horseback. Let's put some more characters on horseback and get Mist up in here. And have a healer on horseback. That was the article I just opened. Next one down. That's what happens when I have 5 million Destructoid articles in a row.
Yep.
We got some brand new details on Champions Ballad DLC. And a clip on Twitter that just give us a little bit of a cutscene. That's kind of it. The Champions Ballad will have you playing as Link. You won't be playing as Zelda, which I'm sure makes some people sad. But I have to go. I don't think Zelda showed herself to be very capable outside of when she whipped Ganon's ass with light magic. So I'm not sure we can drop her into being playable in the game and just expect it to go, because that's a whole brand new moveset of stuff, and I'm not sure they're willing to put that much time into it. Neither any of the champions, to be honest, because they all propose the exact same problem.
Yes and no on that one.
Okay.
Like it would probably be easier to let you play as each of the champions as opposed to Zelda, because at least with that, you already know about their weaponry, so you've got a rough idea of how they would go into battle, kind of deal.
Yeah. The hard part would be making them play differently than Link.
Right.
So you don't feel like you're just playing a fourth of what Link can do, or an eighth, or however you want to cut it.
But I mean, it is more doable.
But good news. You remember that lobster shirt from Wind Waker?
The one that looks very similar to Link's tunic in Breath of the Wild.
Yep. You're gonna get it in this DLC. So you get lobster shirt.
That can go right alongside Switch shirt.
And never be used.
Yep.
Outside of the one time you take a selfie with it. Apparently we will learn more about Zelda along the way, so she'll get more screen time than being almost entirely in flashbacks. The Twitter link does give us a look at, I'm guessing, 2 cutscenes? Or 2 cutscenes slapped together? Because this feels like 2 cutscenes. Because we have Zelda on horseback with 2 knights, 2 generic knights, and I don't think Link's in the cutscene at all. Yeah, no, Link's not in this part of this cutscene at all. And they're going up a snowy peak to somewhere. Then we cut to Zelda in... What's the place called? Place in the desert that you can only go to when you're wearing the female clothing. It's that place. She's in the throne room talking to, I assume, the current queen, or whatever her proper title is. And she is in her regal attire for that. And I'm going to check the first part of the cutscene again, see what attire she's in there. Because I think she's in her explorer attire there. Yep. Once more confirming that these are 2 cutscenes slapped together. In case anyone was wondering if it is, it's 2 cutscenes slapped together.
It would have to be, anyhow. Because by the time you get there, that's more like desert terrain.
Yeah.
This is probably headed towards the Rito village, I'm gonna guess.
Probably. I don't know. I know there's a shrine off to her left somewhere. Off to her left, I believe.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't they say that the second DLC was gonna add areas?
You got a new dungeon and a new original story. I don't know about an area.
It's possible this ain't even there then. But I do know going towards the Rito village, you wind up in a snowy terrain because when you get to the Rito village, you can buy the armor set that makes you unfreezable. So, if I had to guess, this is up that direction.
Yeah.
So, west side of the map for both of these cutscenes?
Yeah. Which is why they probably cut them together, because they're in similar areas, close areas to each other. But they cut it to be like, oh, we're transitioning, but this is the transition between these 2 cutscenes. And I'm like, no, these are 2 completely different cutscenes. I'm sorry, I've watched too many trailers to know that's like, you are action cutting these together to make it look like there's something here when there's not. Although I am curious because I don't think Smite and some of the people on Smite's channel like Zelda's voice acting in the English version.
A lot of people don't like Zelda's English voice acting.
I think, listening to it again, I think the problem is she doesn't emote very well with the British accent.
That's it. But the one thing that I'm willing to overlook because of is how many Legend of Zelda games has had voice acting?
Actual reading of lines?
Yeah. That's a big goose egg. This is this is the first time that a Zelda game has had voice acting.
Yeah.
There's gonna be problems.
Yeah, this is the first time we are giving voices to a lot of these characters. Or a lot of types of characters.
Let's go a step further. How many Nintendo games have had voice acting? Like full-on voice acting, not just one word here and there.
Not many, now that I think about it. Yeesh.
Like, really, the Star Fox games are the only ones that have had full-on voice acting.
Yeah. Well, Metroid had it when we got to Other M, but
we don't talk about Other M.
No. No, that doesn't exist anymore.
The only reason that one's not talked about is because the only good thing that came out of that was the voice acting. Let's just be honest.
Samus's voice acting is bad in that game. Like, Samus sounds bored to be doing anything in that game all the time.
To be fair, can you blame her?
No. She was just cashing. She was just getting the check for that game. She knew she was in a bad game.
But I mean, Nintendo really does not have the talent behind being able to do voice acting. Of course, it's not going to turn out good. I mean, let's be honest. You can't do like you do in Star Fox games where you can get off with recording a few lines of dialogue and just play them at random intervals.
Mm-hmm.
That don't work for this. So they really don't have any practice in this.
Yeah.
It's understandable. We're going to have problems.
Yeah. And let's be honest, Nintendo doesn't have the greatest stories ever told in the grand scheme of things. So
to do what they did, I feel like the voice acting was okay.
Mm-hmm.
It could be better, but at the same time, it's like, look, I'm not expecting them to have an A+ performance with Breath of the Wild. No, that's just not going to happen. Now, the next game, I could see wanting that improvement.
Yeah.
This one, the voice acting's not the best. You're just gonna have to kind of be like, okay, and move on.
I do need to maybe pull up cutscenes from the Japanese version and see if that sounds better. It might.
See, if you had the game, I'd say you could just do like we do with Rider and Sentai and just Japanese audio with English subtitles.
Just be like, what's Zelda with a British accent, that doesn't allow her to emote very properly for a lot of scenes? What are you talking about, people? I don't hear that.
And you know, that's something else. I don't feel like it's right to complain about it now, because if you don't like it, change it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, we had weeks of going, yeah, this may not be the best Zelda voice actor we've ever had, or ever will have, because we had samples of her dialogue before the game was released. In both English and Japanese. So. Oh, one more thing that could be improved. Link could be a bit more emotive facially, maybe?
You mean Link could be emotive facially?
Yeah,
Because
that could
like
help.
most of the flashbacks was just nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He had more emotion remembering the flashback than he did in the flashbacks.
He also has more emotion taking a selfie of his own stupid face than he does in those flashbacks.
It's like
some
wow.
like for some I could understand, others not so much.
I really hope that we get a game like Breath of the Wild, but done with the goofy, cartoony styling that Wind Waker was. Because that was something that was great with the pictograph in the HD remake. Because you could screw around with the facial expressions. Maybe then they would break out of this whole Link has to be serious all the time.
Yeah. Well, I have a very weird retweet I have on my Twitter feed at the moment. It's a Roger Rabbit related one. Pointing out how Judge Doom, pointing out who Judge Doom might be cartoon character wise. He's Pistol Packin' Possum, who has a poster in the background of one of the scenes in the movie. Also, why do I keep getting Who Framed Roger Rabbit stuff showing up on like Tumblr and Twitter now?
Because reasons.
Okay, might have to explain this. For those that don't know what the hell Who Framed Roger Rabbit is, it is one of the best like live action mix of live action and cartoon movies we have ever gotten. Ever. Like, you've ever wanted to see live action people interact with cartoon characters, this is it. This is the best it's ever been and ever will be. Like, just go on Tumblr and find the breakdown of the handcuff scene. And yeah, that tells you how damn good this movie is, encapsulated in just one scene. Like, it's a really good movie. I should really rewatch the movie. I have it on DVD. Because that's a super good movie. I just find it weird that I look over on Twitter and I have a retweet about Roger Rabbit. Is it because D23 is this weekend and that's technically a Disney movie? Kind of. It's half Disney, half Warner, or half Warner. But Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny both show up in the movie, along with their various casts of characters. Yes, this is also the one and only movie you'll ever see Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny share screen time. Ever. And also share lines of dialogue, which I believe are timed to be exactly the exact same amount of time. Anyway, we have an interesting thing involving Mario Kart. Have you ever wanted to play Mario Kart in VR?
I saw something about this.
Well, in Bandai Namco's VR Zone in Japan, which opens yesterday, technically because it's 12 o'clock for me at the moment. Actually, it was like Thursday because of Japan time.
Let's see here.
It would have been Thursday.
Actually, no. Would have been earlier today.
Okay. Earlier today, Mario Kart Arcade GP VR allows you to play Mario Kart in VR. Runs on HTC Vive and a Mario Kart Arcade racing rig. You can toss shells, banana peels, and even get smacked with the dreaded blue shell, all in virtual reality. Items hanging from balloons rather than being in blocks, and new items like the hammer. It's also worth noting the VR swamp looks terrifying, apparently. Shall we take a look at the video? This 30-second demo, I assume.
I guess so.
Alright, queued up and ready?
Yep.
Alright, take a look at it here in 3, 2, 1, go. That is the most accurate green shell throw you will ever have. Or banana peel throw. Oh my god, it's a squeaky hammer! That is wonderful. It's not just a hammer, it's a goddamn squeaky hammer. But it doesn't make squeaky noise.
I think the piranha plants look more terrifying than the thwomp.
Well, that's the largest piranha plant we've ever seen in a racing game, to be honest. So, yeah, that looks a little bit more frightening than Thwomp. Man, it looks cool. I'll never get to play it, but that'd be neat. Especially since I have played the Mario Kart arcade game.
You know, that makes me wonder. There was thoughts about some kind of VR rig for the Switch before it came out. Here we are seeing Mario Kart VR. I wonder how true that was. And I'm wanting to say that everything I saw, they were saying the Switch isn't powerful enough to do VR, but it was to do AR. So that makes me wonder if maybe that's the route they're going to go. Unless they figured out some loophole.
Who knows?
I'm kind of wondering how long before we see something like that.
Oh my god. Have we really started a petition to bring back Talking Smack? Oh my god. Those never work. WWE's post-SmackDown show Talking Smack's been canceled today, and everyone is mad because that's a good show because it gave a lot of wrestlers character. It gave The Miz the best promo of his life and gave him his run he has right now. But yeah, apparently it's not worth it. They're just like, well, that sucks. Moving on. Yeah. I will say, first-person Mario Kart does sound interesting, at least. And now that I think about it, that's one of the few modern racing games that doesn't have a first-person mode.
Yep.
Oh, dear. I don't want to think about 200cc in first-person. I really don't.
Well, seeing as how that looked like that might have been 50cc.
Honestly, it looked more like it was on rails. Because I'm thinking about it. Because think about this. If you have to reach up to grab the items, could you do that with both hands? Or do you have to do that with your right or left? And the other one has to control the steering wheel. Because you have to have one of those controller things in order to reach up and grab it, right?
Maybe.
So, how does this rig work exactly? Because I'm curious about that now. Because it says it's using the arcade GP rig. So it's your standard seat, wheels, pedal from any racing arcade game. So how do you work in the grabbing items stuff and throwing items? Is where I'm curious.
Well,
shall we move on then?
I guess so.
All right. We've got a little bit of Player Unknown's Battlegrounds news to talk about. We're going to get some first-person servers.
Hey, Plunk Bat.
Yeah, we get some more Plunk Bat news. Yeah, we got servers that force you to play in first-person mode. Oh boy. Servers will be exclusive to North America and Europe solo and dual games, although Bluehole will bring them to other regions later on. There will be additional servers and won't replace the current third-person mode. It'll also roll out some improvements to the first-person view in the update. Can you also stop the memory leakage that you still haven't stopped yet? Just saying.
Nope.
To quote Ty Tuesday, don't get too feature creepy. Just do some fixes while you're at it too.
Memory leakage? What's that?
It's a bad thing.
Nah. See what you got to do is you just got to put a cup over your RAM and then it won't leak. For those wondering, yes, I do know that's not how that works. Just had to say it.
Oh god.
Wait, no, I've got an idea. It's not the game. It's the computer.
It's the computer's fault for the memory leak. It's not the game. We can't do anything about it.
I mean, at least that gives them an easy way out.
Yeah.
Since apparently they're not going to fix it.
Yeah. Well, I still hope Plunkback goes on sale one day so I can buy it. Because I'm probably not going to buy it for $30.
I'm probably going to break down and buy it. Won't be anytime soon, but yeah.
Yeah. That's probably going to happen to me too. But I'm like, I got other stuff to worry about, like other hobbies and other games.
And what'll be bad is, you know as well as I do, a week after one of us buys it, it will go on sale.
So who's going to get bit in the ass?
Probably me.
No, me. No, I'm the college student, so I have the shittier luck. Granted, I'm cutting down on my book costs this year because I'm going, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to buy all digital books because we never refer to books in class, and I'm not going to bother anymore. I'm not going to bother buying these thick-ass phone book plus thick books that can kill a man if I simply throw it at him. No, I'm not doing this anymore.
Oh, but why not?
Because I'm tired of buying lethal weapons.
They're only lethal weapons if you use them that way.
I could, to be honest. They are thick enough.
Yeah, I know.
I believe, what is it? My electronics class book, essentially my Circuits 3 book, it is thicker than your comedically large phone books. It is so fucking huge, it's ridiculous. You know how many times we ever referenced that book in class?
Once.
Nope! 0! 0 times! 0! Zippo! None! Never! Ever! Ever! If we did once, it was for one day for maybe a table. Maybe. Oh my god.
Well, you know how you get some use out of the book, right?
Build a table out of it?
Yep. I'm glad that you thought the same thing I did.
Yeah. Then I can brag to everyone and like, look at my $1,000 table, and it's just made out of college textbooks. It's literally just made out of college textbooks. It's like, yeah, this is about $1,000 just in supplies. It was about like 20 hours of work.
I do know 2 things though. 1, the table won't go anywhere. And 2, if it does go somewhere, then it's going to make a loud noise.
Yeah. Now I'm just like, Please tell me someone has done this stupid idea before, because
Someone probably has.
I'm like, yeah, you could literally buy to all your friends. Like, yes, this table is worth like $5,000 because of all the goddamn textbooks are there. And if you don't think you can get $5,000 worth of textbooks to build a table, guess what? You can. I guarantee you can. As someone who has walked around the bookstore of a college, yeah, you could probably get up to $5,000 worth of books and be able to build a table out of it, and it will be one sturdy motherfucker once you put some supports on it.
You know what you do? You double the price in it, and you get some of the smaller books, and you make like cross beams.
Yeah, that would work.
Because you know the smaller books actually cost more.
That's kind of true.
Actually. I don't get that crap.
I don't get why we get these books if we never fucking use them. I'm just like, if we have to actually work problems out of them, fine. But if we never reference them, why the fuck do you have me buy them to begin with? Especially when you don't tell me before day one of class that I need the book. Or whether or not I need the book. Like, right now, one of my classes doesn't have an instructor typed to it. Literally, the instructor is to be announced. And my classes start in a month and a half. So I can either A, find out from the bookstore what book I need, because they don't post that information until like right before school starts. So if I wanted a physical book, well, it's going to be a while before I get it. Unless I want to pay a lot more for shipping. And B, I can't email the instructor like I've done 2 of my instructors to find out what fucking book I need. By the way, both of them have gotten back to me in less than a week telling me what book I needed. But yet the bookstore can't tell me that? How the fuck does that work?
Very carefully.
Like, why do I have to go ask the teacher why do I have to go bother him or her for what book I need? Why can't the bookstore do that for all of us that are in these classes and go, what books are you going to need? What books do we need for this class, and this class? Oh, these books or the same books we've had for the last year? Okay, put that information up literally in June. That way you have plenty of time to shop around for options if you were wanting that physical book and get the cheapest possible option.
But then you wouldn't be buying it from them.
Well, guess what? They do a price match. That way you can literally come in prepared on the day you arrive at campus and go, all right, I need this book. Here's the cheapest price I found. Boom, done. Well, they'll price match Amazon. They won't price match anyone else. Yeah. Anyway, you remember that Pokemon movie I was telling you about? The I Choose You 20th anniversary movie that retells stuff from the first season?
Yeah.
Well, there's a problem with the movie. A certain couple of characters are not going to be in the movie. Brock and Misty aren't in the movie. And as you can see from this picture, it does in fact redo the Butterfree farewell scene, along with several other scenes from the first season. Like Charmander joining the party. But, apparently he joins the party as a Charmeleon. And he obeys Ash's orders.
So that's completely wrong.
Okay, what the fuck? Okay, what is up with this movie now? Which, by the way, debuts today.
So, is this not a coma, Ash?
I don't know.
Like, are we literally fixing to write that into continuity now?
I don't know. All I know is we have 2 other characters, 2 other random characters that with their own Pokemon. Suigi and Makoto, who have been featured in all the 20th anniversary material instead of Misty and Brock. Derp right there, real hard. Yeah, instead of them, even though it's the 20th anniversary of the damn anime, and they should be featured alongside Ash since they're the original cast alongside fucking Team Rocket, which, by the way, Team Rocket is also in that anniversary material alongside these two characters who the fuck are they? Especially when I look at their description, I'm like, this literally sounds like a Misty and Brock replacement, even correctly by gender. What the fuck? Also, I read somewhere that there was an advanced screening of the movie that someone went to, and I can confirm that the two of them are in the movie. But you want to know where they show up?
Where?
At the end, in a cameo shot with the rest of Ash's companions he's had throughout the course of the entire anime. Up to Serena. So it does include the Sun and Moon crew at the moment. Which is Lily and a bunch of other people that I don't remember that you actually fight in the game that I still don't remember their names. It's the fire guy, the water girl, the grass girl, and the electric guy. I literally do not remember their names.
I'm still in the whole, I have a problem with this.
I think everyone's going to have a problem with this movie when it shows up. I kind of want to watch it just to be like, all right, what nonsense are we dealing with here?
Like, are we... I feel like the only logical answer to this is they're writing in the coma theory. But the question is which continuity actually happened?
I think it's a case of we're going to rewrite the first season and take out all of the fun parts. Like, Ash is less of a jackass from what I've seen from the start of the show because he's less aggressive towards Pikachu. Like, he's actually nice to Pikachu to start with. And I'm like, wait a fucking minute. I've seen episode 1 recently. They did not start out as friend. They did not start out being friendly with Pikachu. Fuck you. It took the two of them nearly dying to a horde of Spearows for them to be buddies with each other. Like, neither one of them liked each other. But apparently this movie's going to paint it as, you know, Pikachu was a bit of a dick, but Ash tried really hard to be his friend, and eventually Pikachu came around. Which completely makes it one-sided instead of they both came together.
And they both were dicks?
Yes, and they both turned around for each other. And they eventually both got along. And also the fact that, like, his Charmander is coming into his party as a Charmeleon and obeys him? Way to take out Charizard's complete arc of the show. That was his whole arc, was coming to trust Ash. That's why when he shows back up in anything, it's a big deal. Like when he showed back up for the third movie, the Entei one, Entei and the Unknown, because he shows back up for that movie, and then he shows back up for the Diamond and Pearl finals, I think, or the Diamond and Pearl Pokemon League, I think. It's not the X and Y one. I know that because he just used his normal team for that one and still lost because fuck you, Ash is not allowed to win a Pokemon League.
Ever.
Which I find, if you have an argument against that, your argument's invalid. It still doesn't take away from the fact that Ash is probably one of the most decorated trainers ever. Like, ever, but still.
You know, though, that makes me wonder. This generation for Sun and Moon is kind of set up a little different.
Yeah.
Is it actually going to happen this time?
I don't know, because the show has been mostly just one-off character stories, and that's it from what I've seen of the anime. Like, I think Ash has battled one of the Kahunas, but I have not kept up with Sun and Moon at all. So
I
I don't
haven't
know what's
either,
going
but
on.
that's one of those I'm basing it off the game, and it's like, you know, they really don't kind of dive too strongly off usually.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, could this actually be the series that he winds up getting it? Maybe?
Because there's literally no other way to write this.
Yeah. Unless they
Well,
literally, like, write in the game's story to it.
yeah. Which they kind of do, kind of don't. Like, they
Like, they
usually
never
keep
directly do.
Yeah. They usually keep at least part of the overall story, like the not gym related story. So whatever the bad guy story is, they usually keep that for the most part. Because like Lily's here, but we have no Nebby, which makes me go, when the fuck are we getting Nebby in this show? Because everyone loves Nebby. Like Lily, I think, is everyone's favorite character from the game. And she's at least well represented in the show because she has the quirk of she can't really touch any Pokemon because she kind of freaks out about it. Because she had a bad time as a kid, but she still loves Pokemon, and she's slowly been getting past it. Plus, she also has an Alolan Vulpix, which is really cute and adorable. But yeah, I don't know. I might have to keep up with the Sun and Moon anime and see where it goes. But I will at least say this. Even if Ash never wins a Pokemon League ever, and the entire time he's the main character of the Pokemon anime, which God knows how long that's going to last, he will still be one of the most decorated trainers in the history of that world ever. Because think about how many gym badges he's won. Whether or not he's cheated, he still won them. And I will say he won all of his X and Y ones legitimately. Because I've watched the entirety of X and Y and X and Y Z. He won all of those legitimately, to be honest. Like, he has won 8 badges from every region and 4 badges from the Orange Islands, most of the time with brand new teams outside of Pikachu. And he is at least placed in almost every single Pokemon League he's been in. And he's also competed in like a couple different those frontier areas in a couple of the regions and done well in them. Like, how many trainers in the anime that we know of have done a quarter of that? Like, that is huge. And also take into the fact that he's used brand new teams every time except Pikachu. And Pikachu has never been, hasn't always been the ringer he usually is sometimes. Like, that speaks to his ability to bring up a team from scratch and make them league worthy. Like, I would say if there's a Hall of Fame of trainers, like an actual Hall of Fame, not just a Hall of Fame that you win a Pokemon League at, no, an actual Hall of Fame of trainers in the world, Ash is a good contender for that. Like, a really good, solid contender for a Hall of Fame, even if he's never won a proper Pokemon League from a game. Just saying. Ash is still decorated. Don't make the Pokemon League thing be this big hiccup. He still should win one at some point, but like, he still has a lot to his name that most people he's competing against don't. Which probably makes the whole fact that he's never won a Pokemon League even worse. Anyway. There's my 2 cents on the whole Ash never winning a Pokemon League thing. Which I'm sure someone will be angry at me for because I say, oh, it's not that big of a deal. So, ready to talk releases?
I guess so.
All right. First, I need to take a drink of water because fuck me, we have a lot of releases. I reached the text limit for a forum post for releases. So this is split across 2 forum posts under the same thread. That is how big this is, because I have never ran into that problem ever. So now we know that there is a text limit on forum posts on the site. I'm not sure how many characters it is, but it's a lot. So, starting on the 15th, on the PC for early access, it is Space of Darkness. On the 16th, only on PC, we have Sound Lights and Travel Riddles Trip to France. On the 17th, all on PC, we have Age of Civilizations 2, again, Volume 2, Bounced, Break the Food Chain, Burst the Game, Celestial Creator, Elf World 3 Kingdoms, Fantasy Mosaic 17, New Palette, Farspace, German Fortress 3D, Hoop Shot VR, MACE Tower Defense, Nurbits, Old Maid Girl, Prisoner, Schnip, Squarebox, Tank Battle Mania, The Awkward Steve Dulgi, The Initial, The Overdreamer, The Triton Initiative, This Strange Realm of Mine, and Vault of Honor. I got a couple more of those. On the 18th for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, we have Aria Collector's Edition. I'm going to go with Aria. On PlayStation 4, we got Fallen Legion, Sin of an Empire, and Orcs Must Die Unchained. On PlayStation 4 and PC, we have Yonder, the Cold Catcher Chronicles. And on the Switch, Minecraft Story Mode, a Telltale game series, The Complete Adventure, Season 1, I think. I believe that's just Season 1, because Season 2 is just now coming out. Yay. And on PC, we have Aftergrinder, Children of Zodiarcs, D-Squad War, Erifia, Firefighter, Kingdoms and Castles, Kingsway, Luniform, Mad Muzzles, Parkbound Early Access, Project Mallow, Space Hero Line, Stop Time Drive, and Super Flipside. On the 19th, for Xbox One, we have Moon Hunters, and also for Xbox One, What Remains of Edith Finch, and non-PC, Achievement Hunter Begins, Aporia Beyond the Valley, Clash of Robots, Cutlass, Electric Scribe, Endless ATC, Formless Adventures, Goo Cublets Color Blocking, Hooligan Vazja Christmas, LA Soul, Marble Masters The Pit, Mega City Builder, Ninja Gaiden Link 2, Obscure Challenger Mine, Out for Blood, Professor Watts' World Search into the Ocean, Risk Team 7, RXE for Early Access, Solar Settlers, Space Shock 3, Space Tyrant, Unlimited Early Access, Wild Goose Chase, and YouTubers Galaxy. Why is there so many goddamn PC releases in the next 2 weeks? Where the fuck was all this shit before the Steam Summer Sale? Ugh.
Waiting on the Steam Summer Sale to end.
On the 20th, for Xbox One, we have a Gigantic for the Wii U. The Wii U is still getting releases, mind you, people. Poor dead console. We have Ebb and Egg, a Hatch Trip, or Hatch Trip. What the fuck did I say first? Trip. I'm already fucking up and I'm not even halfway through. And Galaxy Blasters. On the PC, we have Ariana Ball, The Floating Islands, Amazing Thailand VR Experience, Ball Way, Blind Men, Business Tour, Circle Ball, Echo Arena, Extron Quest 2, Fate Holders of Tessuia. I'm going to go with that. Forgotten Faces, Gigantic, Hockey Space, Intrusion Protocol, Crypt Crawler, Laser Neum, Over the Line, Lawnmower Game, Lone Echo, Slime Sun, Blackbird's Kraken, the Aluminium Warrior, the Theodore Adventures, Tiny Tales, Heart of the Forest, and Wrestling Revolution 3D, which I've been seeing a crap ton of because I follow people who like wrestling. Essentially, create your own wrestler, put it in the game, and you have a 2D or 2.5DS wrestling game. I'm still waiting on the Suplex Saga, so I'll wait for that. On the 21st, we have Conga Master for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Super Hot and Super Hot VR for PlayStation 4, and Splatoon 2 for the Switch. And on PC, we have HTS Ship Simulation Fun version, Alter Ego, Amber's Boom, Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, Conquest of the New World, Crazy Ball Adventures, Eskimo Bob starring Alfonso, Glass Winged Ascension, Horse Racing 2016, Microspy, Mint, Mysterious Adventures of Michael, Pixel Shopkeeper, Road of Danger, Shadow Bug, Symbiotic Overlord, The Dungeon Power, and The Return of Bantera. I am still not on the first. I'm still not done with the first post. Ugh. On the 22nd, on PC, we have Genie and Seduction. On the 23rd for PC, we have Malfunction. On the 24th, all on PC, we have 4th of July VR. Cassius Belly, Battle of Annihilation Early Access. Fantasy Mosaics 18, Explore New Colors. Fight Spring VR, League of Battle, Mad Arachnoid, Midnight at the Red Light, Shark Dating Simulator Extra Large. Wait a minute. Shark Dating Simulator? The fuck? Okay. Solar System Purity VR, The Letter, Village of Souls, and Virus C. On the 25th, we have Avon Colony for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC. Fortnite for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC. That looks decently good. Mafia 3, Signs of the Times for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC. I assume DLC for Mafia 3 itself. Pressure Overdrive for PlayStation 4, PC. Pry. I'm going to go with Pry. PlayStation 4 PC. Super Cloud built for PlayStation 4 PC. Fallen Legion, Flames of Rebellion for Vita. And Fate Extella, the Umbrella Star for the Switch. That's a Muso-style Fate game from like Fate Zero, that franchise. And on PC, we have Airman, Aliens in the Yard, Audio Ship, Behind These Eyes, Bullet Party, Burn It Down, Fable Fortune, which I believe is a Fable card game, Neverwinter, Tomb of Annihilation, Simplified, Early Access, Stray Away Fleet, Victor Vran, Overkill Edition, and Wagma High Spec. Blech. Almost done. On the 26th, we have Grid Retro Enhanced for Xbox One, Pressure Overdrive for Xbox One, and Unbox Newbie's Adventure for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And on PC, Blue Bandana, Brave Path, Canadian Football 2017, Citadel Forged with Fire, Crime Solitaire 2, The Smoking Gun, Dr. Kavorik's Obliteration Game, Laser EM, Mogo Invasion, Piece of Memory, Project First Contact, Rim ISC, The Mysterious Ion, Solarium, Solstice Chronicles, MIA, Stability, The Low Road, Uni World, Vostik Inc., and Exoic Early Access. On the 27th, for 3DS, we have Swipe, and on PC, Click Raid, Fighting Fantasy Legends, Galaxy of Pen and Paper from the Chroma Squad team, Gokin, Grizeria, Phantom Trigger Volume 3, Hammerhelm, and Persia, Just in Time Incorporated, Loco Dojo, Pinball Wicked, Sky Knights Early Access, and Strangers in a Strange Land. A very strange game indeed. On the 28th, we have Super Cloud built for Xbox One, Color and Malice for the Vita, Namco Museum for the Switch, Hey Pikmin for the 3DS, and Metopia for the 3DS. And on PC, Armycraft, Beta Runner, Gaia 2200, Galaxy Annihilation, Glowing Zokabin, Golden Fever, Gray's Counter, Gulu, Legend of Ilaria Early Access, Princess Evangeline W. Happiness, Randomizer, Range Day VR, Stick Nightmare, The Wizards, and Vector Wave Early Access. Oh my god, that was so many releases. Jesus. Whew. I need a drink. What's bad is my quick draw. I'm reading off another goddamn list of stuff. Oh my god. You still with me, Tommy? Hello? Tommy, you there?
Yep.
All right. Ugh. Oh, my God. And I think the only thing that stood out to me was Shark Simulator, Shark Dating Simulator. Well, let's just get to quick draws. And, well, I was ready to come into the night and go, I'm going to read off a bunch of a rumor of the catalog listing for the upcoming Kamen Rider Build show to debut possibly in September. That I would say up front, this is a rumor. This may not be legitimate, and we may find out that this isn't legitimate literally next week. Lo and behold, I wake up today to find pictures of this said toy catalog scan that, when confirmed, a lot of the information I'm about to read out, meaning what I'm about to read is most likely legitimate from top to bottom. Oh boy. So, Kamen Rider build. We might as well go with the pictures first, even though that's the second link. And talk about that first before I get into a whole bunch of list of stuff, because I don't want to read off a whole bunch of list of stuff again, right after I just got done reading a whole bunch of list of stuff. So, this is build. And he looks very double-esque. And his driver...
That is... like...
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, that helmet, I'm like, that is literally a double helmet.
Yeah.
That is literally a double helmet.
It's like they cut the middle part of the W off.
Yeah. Yeah, which is the opposite of what happened to my double figure art recently. The shelf it was on, the router and modem from my house, is also on the bottom shelf. The shelf got knocked. My double figure art fell off, and the crest broke.
Ah.
3 pieces. I can't find the second piece of it, so I can't glue it back together. So it's currently sitting in a shelf of the tool shelf where a lot of the parts are, and I've ordered the renewal one to replace it. Luckily, nothing else broke. That's what I get for being asleep and somebody else messing with the router and modem trying to reset it to try to get the internet to work, when it most likely would just needed to be fixed itself on the internet company's end instead of ours. Oh well. So the belt is going to be taking 2 of these. I believe it's officially full bottle. I saw pull bottle earlier today, but it's full bottle. 2 of these full bottles to make this form, which is rabbit tank form, is what we're mainly seeing. Rabbit is the red, tank is the blue. We also have that second image with all of the smaller SD figures. From left to right, the forms are Rabbit Tank, Gorilla Diamond, Hedgehog Tank, Rabbit Cleaning, and Hawk Gatling. I don't have colors for that, unfortunately, so you have to guess which one is which. So as we know Rabbit is blue, you can, I guess what the others are from there.
Except for there's 2 blues.
I believe the second blue is Hedgehog? The lighter blue is Hedgehog? God damn it, not again! More game references! This isn't enough that all of these fucking names sound like Maverick Hunters from, or Mavericks from fucking Mega Man X. Jesus.
When you said that, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
Ugh. Yeah, and it's a darker blue too. Because it's
gotta go fast.
Yeah. Which means the white is... No? No. Hedgehog's white. Yeah, because that's Hedgehog Tank. The Hedgehog's white.
Okay.
I think.
If it is white, then I'm gonna spin this a completely different direction here.
No, 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 no. I know where you're going, and no.
Look at the pattern around the eye. Yeah.
Fuck off, Silver. No one likes you. You could go to a completely other genre and no one will still like you. Go away. God damn it.
So now I'm hoping it's the blue.
Well, Hawk is orange. Because I can tell just from the half of the crest.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Those are the forms I got, the SD forms. I can't tell you which ones are which on the main poster. I assume it's going to be the main ones I know you're talking about here in a second list. But yeah, we got to look at the build drivers it's being called. I think the article listed it as we've got what, Rabbit Cleaner and Hedgehog Tank, which none of these contain the Rabbit one, so that's wrong. I'm sorry, Token Nation, but you're wrong on the reporting there. That would have to be the second picture, and you're implying the first picture. Just saying. I bumped my mic real bad. We also get our look at Night Rouge, who's on the left of the first picture, and the second rider of the series, Kamen Rider Close, which that spelling is up in the air right now, by the way. I have seen speculation it is close, C-O-L-S-E, to close a door. Clothes, what you wear, C-L-O-T-H-S, and claws, C-A-L or C-L-A-W-S. I don't know which. Pick one. Pick the dumbest one and go with it and hope it's that one. I hope it's closed, because that's dumb. That's just as dumb as the previous rumor of Kamen Rider Pain. That was legitimately a rumor for the moment, at the time. That we were getting Kamen Rider Pain! But yeah, this is actually going to confirm all this information I'm about to read out of what we're going to get per month. Or per part of the month. So in August, we're going to be seeing Rabbit Tank form in a vinyl figure in the Gorilla Diamond full bottle set.
You know what I just thought about?
What?
And it kind of hit just really out of nowhere.
What?
Night Rouge. Could they have tried any harder to make Batman?
Not particularly, no. No.
I glanced back and I'm like, oh my god.
And he's going to be fairly important because he's getting a fucking vinyl figure. And he's featured in toy catalog scans, which Hart didn't get that off the bat. So that tells you something. I'm also wondering if Night Rouge and Clothes might have some type of relationship since they are pictured together. Granted, that's probably nothing because this is the first toy scans for the show, so... Like, I'll read off a story synopsis later, but prepare to be what the fuck on that as well. Anyway. Yeah. So, Gorilla Mondo, that's Gorilla Diamond, by the way. So, Gorilla Diamond form. Make of that what you will. Early September is whenever you're getting the belt, a full bottle holder, the DX Drill Crusher, which is described as a sword gun combo. Make of that what you will. So we have a sword combo weapon called a Drill Crusher. Does it at least have a drill on it somewhere? Because if not, I have a problem with this name because it's a lie. And we're also going to get the vinyl figure for the Gorilla Mondo form for build. Mid-September gives us Hot Gatling full model set. The DX Hot Gallinger. G-A-L-I-N-G-R. I'm guessing it is a Gatling gun of some variety. I hope. We'll get the first in the gimmick toy line, the Bolt Change Rider series for build, which is his Rabbit Tank form. Once more, reinforcing Rabbit Tank is his main form. because the first release of the gimmick line is always a Rider's main form. That's always been the case.
Well, same as how its number is 1 every time.
Yep.
That's more than likely the main form.
Yep. And a vinyl figure for the Hot Gatling form. Late September gives us the DX Ninny comic full bottle set. I'm assuming that is the yellow and purple one from the poster. That is my assumption. That's the purple one. That yellow and purple one from the poster.
Hmm.
Yeah, because Gorilla Diamond is purple and blue. Tank is orange and black from the looks of it. So I'm guessing that's Tank Gatling. So that's two different. No, Hawk Gatling. So I guess the orange and black one is Hawk Gatling. And this purple and yellow one is the Ninja comic one, I assume. And I guess the blue and orange, there was this blue and dark orange one is Gorilla Diamond, based off these colors down here. So that gives you an idea of like what I guess his main form changes are going to look like outside of the side changes he's going to be doing throughout the series, because this is going to be a very double S series form changes, I assume. But we got that, and we got the DX4 Coma Ninja Katana. So that's the weapon for the Ninja comic one. We got Bolt Chain Series 2 with the Gorilla Diamond form, vinyl for the Ninja comic form, and a vinyl for Night Rouge, which means he's super important because only main villains and super important monsters ever get vinyl figures, a la Chase and Heart and Brain. All got vinyl figures. I don't know if Medic ever got one. I wasn't able to find one in a quick Google search. But if he's getting one, he must be important. Early October, we're going to get a vinyl figure for Blood Stark. That might not be a final name because make of that pronunciation what you will in English. Malinus has pretty much thrown up his hands and went, "This is the best I got." For those wondering, this is from Build Rider News. I'm reading this article off of all these rumors. It's run by Malinus, who runs several different Rider Newses on Tumblr and has a DeviantArt where he does fan fiction stuff. Go check him out. There's my plug. Mid-October gives us the Rocket Panda full bottle set, the Transformer Team Gun, and the Steam Blade. Transformer Team Gun. The fuck? And Steam Blade? What is this? I mean, we get Bolt Chain Series 03 Gatling, bleh, and vinyl for Rocket Panda, but a Transformer Team Gun. What the fuck? And it's, I guess they're both for Rocket Panda since they're coming out right around there, but I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
Late October gives us Fire Hedgehog and Linen Cleaner. They're vinyl only in all of this. We are not getting Bill Chains figure, or we're getting a Bill Chains figure of Fire Hedgehog. I don't know if we're getting one for vinyl. Oh no, we're getting one for Liner Cleaner. Early November gives us some Legend Rider stuff in form of an X8 full bottle set and a double full bottle set. So I guess you can mix and match Legend Rider forms. I'm interested to see how that turns out. They'll probably only exist in Gamba Rising. That's an arcade card game, by the way. Usually where a lot of this Legend Rider stuff makes its appearance. Like, you know how we only got like the Ghost like gas hat for X8 and a couple of Legend Rider ones for the special that came after it?
Yeah.
Well, you got like Kuga through everybody else in Gamba Rising, and everyone you get to see that on every of them, on all the main X8 riders. So X8, Brave, Snipe, and Gem. Don't think Laser took any of the forms, and neither did anyone past him. But you at least got to see those. We also got the Bolt Chain series for Ninja Comic in early November. Mid-November, we have the DX Close Dragon, the DX Beat Closer, the DX Pandora Panel, the DX Build Phone, Bolt Chain Series 5, Fire Hedgehog, Vinyl for Build Key Dragon Form, and Vinyl for Kamen Rider Close, which means he's probably going to be out sometime around mid-November. This is where I got to read some of the additional information, because apparently the Build Phone is referred to as a bike transformation item. What? So, what does that mean for, like, his bike? Because every main rider has had a bike. Like, all of them have a bike, and I have not seen a mention of a bike till now. Which makes me wonder, what are they doing with the bike this year? Because X8's bike was an actual rider for X8, so what's next? And I'm guessing the Pandora Panel, the Beat Closer, and the Closed Dragon are all Close's stuff, and the Closed Dragon might be his transformation belt, maybe? And maybe the Beat Closer might be his bike? Or a vehicle of some sort? Because I usually don't see Beat that's not associated with a bike of some sort. And I have no idea on the Pandora Panel. It might be anything. I got nothing. Just to be clear real quick, DX does mean an actual like roleplay item. So whatever DX is more than likely going to be incorporated in the show to some extent. So all of these are going to be actual things. Late November, we've got the DX Kaizoku Resha full model set, and the DX Kaizoku Hasha. So we have Build in his line and clear form for the Bullet Chain series, and a vinyl of Build in his Kaizoku Resha form, which is Pirate Train, by the way. So he gets a Pirate Train form and has a weapon attached to it. I wouldn't be surprised if that might be a movie thing. Because it is late enough that it might be a movie thing. It might be this or something in the December stuff. I'm not entirely sure. Because right around in December, we usually get some movie toy stuff. So, I don't know. Finally, in early December, we have the DX Rabbit Tank Sparkling, which might be our first full power-up for Build. The DX Octopus Light full bottle set, and then Bolt Chain series, Kaizoku Resha, and then vinyl for Octopus Light and Rabbit Tank Sparkling. And here is a more cohesive list of each of the different series if you're looking into those. So, what do you think of all this? Speechless, I see. Tommy? Hello? Hello? Tommy, you there?
Yeah.
I was about to say, what do you think of all this?
I don't know.
That's about how I feel. I'm just like, this is this feels like we're going back to Gaia Memories, where the Gaia Memories could be anything, really. Because, like, the Gaia Memories and Dopant Memories were literally, like, anything. Like, it didn't matter what. As long as it was a thing, it could just been a concept, and it was a memory. And that's feel like what these bottles are. They are literally, like, whatever the fuck we think we can shove into a bottle, that is what this is. So, fire, Hedgehog, Key, Dragon, Cleaner. I don't know. I kind of like the suit. I like the idea of going, all right, let's take double, but instead of like the suit being half and half, the colors are twisting as they go up the body. It kind of gives the suit a more kind of dynamic look, I think. Also, we're going to have fun color combinations this year once more. Fantastic. Hope you enjoy some bright ass neon colors sometimes, because that's what we're getting again. But I got nothing. I don't know. I honestly have to wait till we get to the show in possibly September, because there is rumors that X8 is ending early, which might make the Rider versus movies a little better, because there will be more buildup from the newer show going into it. Hopefully. But I do have a brief synopsis of the summary, which I read to you before we started, and this will be the third time I've seen this, and I still don't understand. Because here it is. World was created 10 years ago. Second Bill destroyed the world, and finally a new one has been created. People's souls are kept in bottles, and they exist in temporary physical forms, accepting peace. However, the truth is quite frightening. Bottle people with evil hearts must be satisfied by committing heinous crimes. These beings are known as builders. Only one man can stop them. Shake your soul, build up. Best match, Kamen Rider, and that is on the toy catalogs for those wondering where that came from. I don't even. I just want to wait till September, see where this goes, because I feel like how I was in Gaim, where this sounds insane. This literally sounds insane when I say this out loud, but I hope like after September I can go, I swear this is a good show, instead of, please don't watch this show. This is not a good show. I'm hopeful. Any other thoughts on it, Tommy?
No.
All right. Go ahead with your quick draw then.
All right. Well, mine is going to be about the if I can hit buttons. Kind of a little bit of a touch on plans for when Splatoon 2 comes out. I don't think it'll actually become part of Rampant Gaming next week. Instead, I think I might do a Saturday stream. Probably gonna be on my channel. I can't swear to that though. Time will tell. But it will be the story mode. And chances are I'll have probably played it and or beat it, depending on how quick it is beforehand. But we'll see.
I would say it'd probably be about the same length as Splatoon 1's is.
I kind of hope it's not. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of mine. Just kind of a plug for that.
Yeah. Well, I still don't know what to think of build. Well, at least I have Splatoon 2 to distract me, and good X8, because we should have good X8 episodes for till the show ends, I hope.
Hopefully.
Granted, oh, I forgot to tell you. Did I tell you Superhero Times moving time slots? It is moving to, I believe, 9 o'clock Japan. So it's moving like later in the day, but there's a problem.
What?
You know, Rider runs up against Pokemon right now when it's airing. Yeah. You know how Riders had some low ratings along with Sentai? Well, they're trying to fix that by, I guess, moving time slots. Guess what it's going up against now?
What?
The new Dragon Ball show and One Piece at different times of the year.
Huh. So what I'm
Yeah.
hearing is it's screwed.
It's screwed even worse now.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, you're not going up against like one of the biggest video game franchises ever, anime. You are now going up against the anime for one of the most decorated manga in history and one of the highest grossing manga in history. Or no, one of the most recognizable and the highest grossing. Yeah, that will totally fix ratings. And now Rider is going first instead of Sentai. But both of them are being led in by the Princess Pretty Cure show that's also a part of Superhero Time that you never hear about. That I think sells better than both of them.
Probably.
But yeah, it's moving time. So it will be like almost when we stream is when Superhero Time airs. I believe. Let me check. Yeah, it'll be 9 Japan. So that'd be 9 o'clock plus 13. Yeah, that puts it about right when we stream.
Well then.
Bear in mind that's moving in October, not September. So once more muddles the question of, is X8 ending early? If Build is debuting in October? Because I thought I heard September on that one, but Wiki says October. But yeah, there's a lot of questions on that right now. So who knows? I hope Build's good. I would like a good Tokusatsu show year round, whether it's Sentai or Rider. I would like both, but I'm not getting both at the moment because Q Ranger is not good. And we're not going to get a new Sentai show till next year. Even though people are saying Q Ranger's better now, but I am not slogging through God knows how many episodes to get to the good stuff. I'm sorry, I'm one of those people that's like, if the show doesn't improve from where it doesn't improve like fast enough, like I am dropping the show. But anything else you want to talk about before we end off?
No.
Well, in 2 weeks we'll be back talking more video game stuff like Kingdom Hearts news from D23 that you'll probably see me flip out about on Twitter tomorrow around like 4 o'clock, I believe. I swear to God, they leave it to the fucking end. I'll at least get to enjoy the Spider-Man, maybe Battlefront 2, but like I'm there for Kingdom Hearts 3 news, god damn it, in this new trailer. And it better be good. I know we're not getting a release date, but I can hope that we'll get a release date one day. That and whatever else may come out in the next couple of weeks. I'm Peace, and that's been Tommy. Good night, everybody. See you then.